Hello everyone, this is Rasta Gal, aka Angelic Empress. Welcome you to my channel. Hope everyone's enjoying their weekend. Prepare for the week. I have some downloads that I definitely need to get off my chest. Just heard it in my dream state. So I want to get right into it. Thank you for tapping in. Grab your teas, whatever you're snacking on, and chime in. I don't know, collective, if you're feeling sensitive lately, okay, or if you just have that mindset or demeanor of just wanting to surround yourself around positivity, to just fall back, pull back your energy from anyone or anything or any place that is the opposite of peace, is the opposite of disharmony, is the opposite of, I meant to say harmony. Yeah, my phone just buzzed. So the downloads that, I'm gonna get into it soon, but I was talking to my children and I was just like, you got to choose and pick your battles. Like, you know how you're just raised and conditioned to do things. You feel you have to do things. You feel you have to be somewhere. You feel you have to go here. You feel you have to go there. You're just only one person, so you can't be everywhere. But collective, how do you feel? How do you really want to feel at the end of the day? Or just throughout your time? How wisely do you want to use your time? And at the end, again, how do you want to feel? Do you want to be surrounded around chaos? Or do you want to be surrounded around peace? Do you want to be surrounded around low vibing energies? Or do you want to be surrounded around high vibing energy? You have to choose and pick your battles. Collective. We're so conditioned, again, to do the normal things that occurs within our life cycle. But what happens when you step out of that life cycle and do what makes you happy? Do what makes you feel good. Do what makes you raise your vibration. Surrounding yourself around energies and environments and people, that is just on another level. Surrounding yourself around different cultures, again, environments, seeing how they live, seeing how they worship, seeing how they praise and enjoy life. Collective. So what I'm saying is we have to again pick and choose our battles. And when we pick conditionings, how does that really make you feel? Things you're conditioning and accustomed to do. How does that make you feel at the end of the day compared to what you want to do, what you're feeling led to do? And I'm sure what you're feeling led to do, you feel a little bit more satisfied. You feel grateful. You feel at peace. You feel joyful. So don't let no one make you feel guilty, or collective, just yourself feeling guilty of picking and choosing your battles, or just picking and choosing to be at peace and not into pieces, not torn apart by low vibing energies. that just want to depict you and criticize you, instead of being around people that fills you up with peace and with joy. Celebration. Life every day is a celebration. It's how we want to carry out ourselves throughout our days, our nights. At the end of the day, how we want to show ourselves and just the earth gratitude, our spiritual realms gratitude. It's however you want to do it. But again, do you want to choose to be torn apart into pieces, or just choose your own happiness and peace? I'm telling you. I was reading my word the other day. I don't know if I can find it. Was it this one? I'm looking at my Bible now. And it talked about peace. And I was like, my gosh. Was it? It talked about just being at peace. You know, you live a longer life when you choose peace. I knew I should have, thought I bookmarked it. Okay. I'll come across it eventually. But when you choose peace, you feel more you just feel more satisfied with yourself, with your life. You're able to think, you're able to make thoughtful decisions and choices, the directions to go and take. I tell you, I love my peace. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the download. I know I said that like 3 times. So I heard some songs. Definitely this was projections. But that got returned back to source and sender right away. I heard some music. It was from Eve. And I'm telling you, I haven't heard that song in a while. I don't know if you could think of what I'm about to say, but she had a good few songs. Her energy is just off the charts. She's ahead of her time too. I like Eve. And of course she stepped out of the box. She's a rapper. She's a legendary, but of course she stepped out of the box. It's, what is it? Or orthodox? Like the environment and who she was and the talent that she has and just what she portrays, what she shows out there is totally different from her life she's living right now. And I'm sure she got a lot of backlash. She got a lot of criticizing. She was torn apart. But I just love her ambition and boldful fearlessness with Eve. And this song came to me. I thought of Eve in the Bible, of course, but it's called Love is Blind. And when I played that song, I'll have the lyrics down the bottom. It just did something over me. Like I felt it. It just shot through my whole system, because this may be a triggering warning message. This is a general message from downloads I received that's being projected that I'm feeling collectively. So if this message doesn't resonate, tap down below to see other videos you can watch to raise your vibes and vibrate, and but as well as to heal you. But take these messages as a grain of salt. Again, this is trigger warning. So the video, it was based on domestic violence. And it was a true story. So I was like, wow, I'm hearing that song. Of course, I heard 2 other songs I will tap into or form you in a bit. But just watching that video and It's still powerful, and listening to it is powerful. It's kind of very blunt and vicious for me to go over the lyrics, so I'm not. But I'll have that again linked down below in my description box. I will say a little part that I like, but the part she said, big time hustler, snake mother effer, one born every day, and every day she was your sucker. So let me say that again. Big time hustler, snake mother effer, one born every day, and every day what she was your sucker. So I don't know, maybe someone is feeling like they got hustled. This could be a female or a male. Take this message and let it resonate. So either sex could have been hustled by a snake mother effer, and somebody became someone else's sucker. And again, this video reached and touched a lot of women of all cultures, of all race. I feel this was one of her best songs she did, that helped women to realize, what they're in and how to get themselves out, and to be strong in doing that, have a backbone to get out of situations like that before it literally ends up the way the video showed. Someone in their casket. Okay? So domestic violence is occurring not only with women, this is occurring with men too. Okay? They're getting demasculated. They're called all sorts and kind of things. They're getting hit. The download that I had before I heard these songs, I literally heard a voice and men talking. It was like, this was before the music I heard last night. In my dreams, I heard them say, yeah, he likes to get it in the ass. And I said, wow, why am I hearing this? And I said, maybe that person's being forced to be treated that way. And it just repeated again. It was like, no, he likes to get it in the ass by another dude. And I was like, whoa. It was like, they like that. So I don't know if this is someone that was, again, molested. This could pertain to a female or a male, in their younger years or older years. Maybe this could occur if someone was behind bars or in bars at this time, in jail, and no one wants to talk about it. This person, female or male, don't want to share. That's healing that they need to do and help they need to receive. When you're forced against your will, when you're talked about in an irrational way, in a harmful way, to tear you apart and into pieces, that is verbal abuse. That's part of it. That's how it starts. The mental is what someone needs to get to in order for you to become a victim of domestic violence. Am I right? The mental is what can bring you back to that abuser. You getting hit, yes, that has marks. It leaves scars for you to remember. Those scars eventually heals, but it can leave a mark, okay, internally as well as physically. But mentally, when you're getting hurt and you heal from those scars, unless you still have it, you're trying to heal from those bruises internally as well as physically, but you go back. What is that called? Stockholm syndrome. That's a psychological condition. of victims who identifies themselves as being empathetic. And this can be a man going to a woman that is just a verbal abuser, let alone can be a, actually physical abuser as well. They emphasize with their captor or abuser. And for that abuser to reach their goals, they use that Stockholm syndrome. The mental, they attack that mental for you to come back, for you to feel sorry, for you to emphasize, for you to feel, oh, things will change. You can never change someone that is a mental, physical, emotional, spiritual abuser. You can never change someone. When someone show you truly who they are the first time, believe that shit. You can't change a narcissistic person. You can't change a cheater. You can't change a abuser in many forms. They come in so many forms. They come in different meat suits. You can't change that entity, that demonic force that's within people, that spirit. So they use that, what is that? Narcissist relationship with an empath relationship. They use that mental, they abuse the mental for you to come back, for you to emphasize, feel some empathy for them to do it again, and it just occurs over and over and over. That is Stockholm psychological condition. It's rare. It's a rare condition that occurs. They said about 8% of hostage victims become that. When you don't realize you are the captor, or you're involved with a captor or abuser, and you're the victim, when you don't realize that, or you realize you are a victim, but you go back to the person that abused you because you think that's all you have to live for, you think there's no life without this person. Someone that truly loves you wouldn't put their hands on you. Someone that truly loves you wouldn't verbally abuse you. Someone that truly loves you wouldn't tear you into pieces. They will build you up. They will hug and embrace you. They will encourage you. They will let you go free, because love is free. It doesn't hold you hostage. Collective. This is a deep, deep message. So to whoever was feeling this way, sending me, they was probably projecting to make me feel this way. Since I was a victim of domestic violence, so I'm speaking from experience, collective. And I got out of it. Okay. They was probably trying to project to see if I had that wound and was trying to project on me. But what do they say about people wearing a mask? People that wears masks. The real reason why is to hide, is to disguise themselves. But most of all, people wear masks to protect themselves. They hide, disguise. They don't want to show their authenticity. They don't want to show them true selves. And they want to protect themselves by any means necessary. Whatever they're doing, whatever they're hiding to not get caught, whatever they're hiding to protect themselves, for things not to be out in the open and seen. They continue to cake on masks. They put on masks to protect themselves, to protect their heart from being even more battered than what it was, from being broken into pieces than what it already was. The pieces of their heart hasn't been stitched, has not been healed. They haven't revealed anything to heal. They hide behind the lies. They hide behind the mask that they continue to put on. I put on. That's what I was hearing. I put on. They continue putting on these masks. Instead of getting help and getting healing. Internally, they want to project. I'm not ashamed to say I was a victim that became and is healing still and becoming a victor. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I see things. I hear things. Okay? And when people are projecting on you their energies, because they lack healing, they lack mending their heart. They have some wounds that need to be fixed. They have some wounds that need to be healed, worked on. So this could be pertaining to someone that's going through this situation as well, domestic violence. And someone is going through that Stockholm syndrome. This could be a man going back to females, constantly abusing them and demasculating them. Then they're going to, and they're confused about themselves and their identity. Okay, if you swing both ways, you swing both ways. Take the mask off. Mask off. Mask off. Express yourself. If you're that flamboyant, if you're that feminine, in a masculine body, a meat suit you have, but you're feminine. Strut your stuff. Express yourself. If you go both ways and not hide it. If you enjoy the same sex, express yourself. You're only living on this earth in this one body at this time to express yourself. Stand in your authenticity. Be yourself. That goes for a woman too. If you're bi, you like females, express yourself. No need to hide. Get out the closet. You enjoy a female, then what's the point of being under a man? You're putting on that mask. That goes for a man too. What's the point of being in a relationship with a woman? You're hiding behind that mask. Be yourselves. I'm strictly dickly. I'm not interested in that. So I'm being my authenticity. I'm showing it. And I'm being my authentic self. I have nothing to hide. And I heard nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. People need to come out from their mask and uncover who they truly are. Instead of projecting, becoming someone else's sucker, being hustled, being a snake motherfucker. Being a pimp, being a whore. Out here on these streets. Be yourself. If you want to be in a relationship that is with the same sex, so be it. If someone comes out of the closet, or someone that's snaky, possibly, to expose someone else being in a closet, let them. You live your life. Because that's what's holding people back, or this individuals that keep projecting, that's what's holding yourselves back, that keeps projecting my energy. I'm going to expose y'all. Be yourselves. Who cares who catfishes you or who tells about your life behind closed doors? Everyone has skeletons. Be your damn selves. No one's perfect here on this earth. Stop being a victim and be a victor. So that song, Love is Blind, that made a lot of women, as well as men, stand up in their rights and fight against domestic violence. I love that song. It's very empowering. You should go check it out again. That video took a part or a place in the year of 1996, May 3rd, 1996. That could be someone else's birthday. Or we could be talking about the ages 27 and up that is going through domestic violence. Okay, it could be any age in that category. And the video took place in Cali, or was recorded in California. Okay. The other song that came on was Beyonce's. It was, I kept hearing, turn the lights on. So I got up and was doing some things with my lights on. I just kept hearing, turn the lights on. And then I heard, you could be a sweet dream or a beautiful nightmare. So this could be an individual, man or woman, that looks up to Beyonce as an idol and jamming to their music. I'm not a fan of Beyonce. I used to be, but I kind of swayed from that music or her music. But I was watching her video and I was like, wow, this is so much synchronicities and symbolism in this video. I'm gonna go ahead over the chorus. It says, you could be a sweet dream or a beautiful nightmare. Either way, I don't want to wake up from you. So I was watching the video and the synchronicities in it, it showed a lot of stuff. It showed, and it pertained to a movie that I might do another video on, but it displayed her, period. She's a sex icon as well, Beyonce. It displayed her levitating, in her dream state. Okay, so again, this is pertaining to downloads and dreams, in a dream type of energy. Okay, I talked about being a sex magnet. So from my perspective, this could be a male doing a love spell on a female, or trying to, through sex magic. It also showed her, she displayed herself very beautifully. Someone could be doing beauty spells on a female. She has beautiful hair. She has beautiful skin. She's ambitious. African American woman. Okay? Someone could be jealous of the race of this individual. The male could be jealous of the race of the female, or a female that's projecting could be jealous of the race of this female that's doing this spell work, magic work. It also displayed in the video when she was singing, she was looking in the mirror and it broke. So someone that was doing mirror magic, I'm telling you, whoever that's projecting, that's going to backfire if it hasn't already. It showed the mirror breaking. It's a ripple effect when you're doing so much of the dark arts against the light. Okay? It's a ripple effect. It's bound to bounce back. It's bound to break. It's bound to backfire. And it also bounds the individual that are doing the dark arts to energies, entities, that they can't handle, that they call upon. So again, it showed her levitating. It showed a mirror, so I was like, mirror magic, of course. This could be a female doing this to a male, or this could be a male doing this to a female. This could be a couple that's engaging in this type of witchery or black magic that they're doing to each other to affect a person or individuals. Okay. Also throughout this video, she was dressed as a robot. So right away I thought of, what do you call that? The Madonna complex. And she is looked at as that. It's called abbreviation MWC. The Madonna complex, Madonna whore complex, let me say that correctly, is a psychological complex often perpetuated by heterosexuals, cisgender males, which place women into two categories. The Madonna is a woman who is pure, victorious, and nurturing, or it's a whore, a woman who demands or deemed as overly sexual, manipulating, and promiscuous. Okay, so I'm talking to, again, a male and female. A male that's viewing a female this way, okay, they're confused. A male that is a homosexual don't know if he wants to date his mama or his sister or his cousins or his person that he's with or married to. He's confused. This also could stand for a woman that is looked at or depicted as this. The man could have issues separating the two. A mama's boy. This could be a mama's boy I'm referring to. And he treats his mother better than his partner that he's with. Or he's letting his mama take over his life in a relationship he's in. It happens. That's what typically happens when you are a mama's kid, male wives. Until someone stands up or they take back their energy or power, their kahunas, and separate the two. It says in a word, wow, it slipped from my mind, but it talks about when you was a child, you do childish things, but when you become a man and you find your partner, you find your soulmate, y'all two are together. Y'all are in partnership, and you do what a grown person should do, a man should do, which is take care of their family, their partner that comes together. Not take care of your partner and your mother. Not take care of your partner and your father. Okay? Unless y'all agree upon taking care of each other's parents. You don't let that overstep the boundaries. You don't let that take over the relationship or marriage. It's an agreement. It is equally yoked type of conversation and partnership. It becomes unequally yoked and unbalanced when the parent still wants to take over and raise someone else's life when they're living or when they have lived their life however they wanted to when they created their son or daughter. They still look at their son and daughter as a kid and not a grown man or a woman, an adult. So it says here, a Madonna whore complex is the inability to maintain sexual arousal within a committed, loving relationship. Let me read that again. It's an inability, the complex, is an inability to maintain sexual arousal within a committed, loving relationship. So someone could have got with a Madonna, a Madonna whore, or he keeps connecting with entities and energies like that within women because he has some trauma he needs to heal, childhood wounds from their parents, whether it's from their mother or their father. They have to heal, or they will continue to attract these Madonna whore entities, women that has these complex, the inability to control and maintain themselves, control their sexual urges and their behavior. They can't stay committed, especially if the man is showing love and trying to bring balance in a situation, and the female is uncontrollable sexually. She's not being pleased by the person she connected with. She wants to go out and spread her legs. Collective. Everyone dip in the chip, in the sauce, instead of keeping that sacred between the person that they connected with in a relationship. It says here about man and having that Madonna complex. Men can have that too. The psychology behind this. It says it was Freud's theory that a man couldn't differentiate. Was it differentiate? They couldn't decide between their love for their mother and their love for their romantic partner, like I've been saying. And men suffer with that NMWC, Madonna whore complex. They often can't view women sexually as living and sexual. They can't view women sexually as loving and sexual. A woman could be both. She could be loving and sexual at the same time. Okay? A woman can carry those two energies. But the real equally yoked woman would be able to control those urges and keep her legs closed like a pretzel, is how I was feeling in my bed last night. I felt like I was a pretzel. So someone might be eating pretzels, I don't know. But a real woman, I'll just say that. Or what did they call us? Nuns? A real nun, a real woman will keep her legs crossed and keep it for her partner only. To uncross is what I'm saying. She's not a Madonna whore, okay? So yes, men can also suffer with that type of complex. So that's why they step out of the marriage and want to look at separately another female and just whore her out and come back home to their wife that is loving, that wants love from them, but don't realize she can be both. She could be what did they say that saw? Well, it just came to me. A lady in the streets, but a freak in the bed. A equally yoked person can do both. Man, you are lucky if you can find a woman that can do both. You don't have to go out there and wander and search. Okay? That's definitely something within a man, like how they've been raised and just how they've been raised to view women, how they've been treated around women. That plays a big factor in how men grow up to loving and treating and how they're looking and searching for their spouse of the opposite sex. That plays a lot in how they treat their partner of the opposite sex. It's how they've been treated as a kid, as a child. Well, Wow. And I understand that it can be, men could suffer from that, especially if they've been abused by their mother. You know what I mean? That definitely just fucks up a lot of man's mental. I'm telling you. And whoever's going through this suffering, they can't be satisfied by just one woman that they're with, and don't believe she's equipped to do both. Be a freak and a freak under the sheets and a lady on the streets. However, I just messed up the analogy. Y'all know what I'm saying. But that's something within that male figure that needs to do some healing. They need to work on their childhood traumas. And that goes for the women that are being looked at as toys and just objects and robots. That's what the men's go out here and do when they feel they're not being pleased at home and they feel they're not equipped. It's a self thing. It's not the other partner, but the partner will feel like they're not fulfilling their duties and their job because of how they're making that person that wants to step out of a relationship go and do. So they're going to be feeling some type of way. They're not promiscuous enough. They're not sexual enough. They're not pleasing their partner enough. When it's that person that they're with stepping out of a relationship, a marriage, whatever it is, situationship, is healing deep down traumas that they need to heal within themselves. It's not their partners, it's the person that's stepping out. And again, that can go for either sex. So the song, when I literally was looking at the chorus, I said, wow. Okay, this could be a female or a man doing chantings, okay, on a person they're interested in or want back into their lives. I'm about to go ahead on reading the chorus now with Beyonce. It says, every night I wish I rush to my bed, hopes that maybe I'll get a chance to see you in it. When I close my eyes, I'm going out of my head. Someone could be going crazy. It also said, lost in a fairy tale, can you hold my hand and be my guide? So whoever's doing this love spell, sex magic, whatever you call it, mirror magic, they're trying to call in or summon either an entity or the individual that they're fantasizing about. That either the ties got cut, someone was let go, released, okay? Because you wouldn't be going this ham if that person wasn't with you. And they're literally saying, can you be my guide? So this is, to me, was, I don't know, your handler. What do they call that? When you're it's like a pimp and a handler. Or a pimptress and a handler. So someone wants to be guided. Someone's lost in a fairy tale. That's what it said. Someone's going out of their head. Okay, and this projection that was sent to me is telling me that that individual needs some guidance, needs some help. Professionally. It says, clouds filled with stars covered your skies. I hope it rains. You're the perfect lullaby. It sounds like someone wants to be cradled and fed and changed and pat back to sleep like a child. What kind of dream is this? Again, you could be a sweet dream or a beautiful nightmare. This person don't care whoever this is being thrown at or whoever is throwing this, they don't care if this ends up good or bad. They just want to be by someone's side. They want someone to guide them. They want someone to hold their hands. I'm telling you. It says, someone pinched me Our love is too good to be true. Turn the lights on. And I kept repeating. It says, my guilty pleasure, I ain't going nowhere. Baby, as long as you're here, I'll be floating on air because you're mine. So someone could be listening to this and chanting this. That part. This could be pertaining to an air sign. It could be pertaining to all the elements, to all the zodiac signs. Okay, but literally when you're sleeping and dreaming, it's airy. You know what I mean? It's mystical, it's magical. You're dreaming. Okay. Then it says again, you could be a sweet dream or a beautiful nightmare. Either way, I don't want to wake up from you. So this person is in a fairy tale, lost in a sauce, I don't know, Looney Tune type of, they living in a Looney Tune type of world. Okay? Collective. Especially if this person, male or female, has been let go. It says, I mention you in when I say my prayers. I wrap you around all of my thoughts. Boy, you are my temporary high. This person could be getting into some type of substance that helps them to hallucinate. Or they're taking substance, and this is what they do and think. And it says boy, but this can pertain to a girl. Okay? I wish when I wake up you were there so I can wrap my arms around you for real and tell you, and you tell me that you'll be by my side. So again, this could be somebody or individuals that were let go. This could have been a breakup that occurred because they're wishing that person was by their side if they're not there already. This could be someone that's wearing tattoos. It says, tattoo your name across my heart so it will remain. Not even death can tear us or make us part. My gosh, collective. Someone's dealing with a Looney Tune. Male or female, my gosh. They're going to literally not just physically tattoo your name upon their heart, but spiritually, they're trying to do that too. My gosh, you can't bind somebody to you. It's free will for everybody, every party. Okay? When you're going to the lengths of spiritually trying to bind somebody to individuals or to that person you're fantasizing about, that you can't let go, someone that's broken your heart, someone that's been torn apart, that's not meant to be. That means you are not spiritually aligned. You're not equally yoked. And the heartbreak was to teach someone a lesson. That person is not your person. That person is not your blessing. Both individuals of the same sex or opposite sex need to heal from traumas, from childhood situations. Maybe that needs to be incorporated as in like self-love individually with each other. Individually incorporate self-love. When someone is that codependent on individuals or an individual and binding and bounding themselves to that person against their will, when it's free will, it's not going to turn out the way you expect it. It is not going to end well. The same way you got somebody binding and trying to do witchery and spells, love spells, sex spells, magic spells, whatever you call that, is the way you're going to lose that person. Period. Love spells, sex magic is bound to wear off. Eventually the person, the opposite person will come to their senses. They will start healing their traumas. childhood traumas, just the pain that they went through. Once they start doing that, that's when that energetic binding and force doesn't affect that individual that's being sent to. The projection will go back to its source and sender. It'll be returned. And that's possibly what's occurring. Someone's sex magic and love spells is not hitting like it used to. Somebody on both ends is waking up. Is waking up to the bullshit that someone else is doing and can no longer do. Especially if someone is waking up to realizing their worth and their power and the energy that they give. You know, they want to hold that back and give it to specific people that deserve their time and their energy. That shit is magical. That shit is expensive. You can't take back. You can't give back your time and energy once it's been given. And if it's been used improperly by other individuals or that particular partner that you're with and have, they will face instant karma. Because you're becoming more aware, you're intuitive. You're falling back, you're using your common sense. You know, you're keeping your sacral, solar plexus, all your chakras in line, or you're cleaning it, but you're falling back and holding back on who you give that energy to. It's called boundaries. You're setting. That negative energy will bounce back. It will fall back once you demand your energy back and power. So, collective, that was my messages. Also heard Break the Chains after those two songs. So chains are being broken. It's a gospel song called Break the Chains. Maybe someone is chanting that or should. Someone's going through transformation. Maybe a death of the ego. They're going through their healing, their shadow side recovery, or I just know whatever's being thrown to intuitive people, they see everything. You see this woman here with the butterfly on her eyes. She could see through that. She's magical. She could see through the veil and the BS that's occurring. And they have magical protectors, the ancestors surrounding this individual in this picture. Even at nighttime, in the dream state. Okay? Karma goes back to those people that are projecting. They're getting their ass whipped for even thinking it, let alone trying something or doing something to innocent bystanders, people of the light. Okay? People, energies, entities, whoever's projecting, need to be careful. Telling you, people will go through transformations on projecting on individuals that is meant to teach other people and to awaken other people, to raise vibrations. People will be taught some lessons. So that was my messages. This is Rasta Gal, aka Angelic Empress. Love is blind, and it will take over your mind. What you think is love is truly not. You need to elevate and find. All right, take care. Peace.